welcome back to Banner Saga 2. Banner Saga? Why do I want to call it Banner Sage now? I was right the first time. It's Banner Saga. Let's try again. Welcome back to Banner Saga 2. The team I have here might be different from when I left off last episode because the reload, the checkpoint was right when they're like, "Oh, we've got you walking through our graves." So I had to I had to redo the conversation option that I know fails. And then I was like, shit, I don't know the team. But here we are. We're ready to start this fight. I don't really know what to expect, so let's just hop into this. Okay, let's do willpower. That's good. What abilities do you have again? Thread the needle and Overwatch. Right. Thread the needle's not going to do much. Who can you? You can't attack anyone. All right. Let's just do Overwatch then. I don't really want to move you. Please come hither. Told you. Absorbed. Leave the bear to me. It's all for nothing if we kill it. Well, we gotta kill at least one of them. Let's be honest here. So... yeah, that one's ready for that. Oh, yeah. I love it. Oh, no. Why did you have to get a point-blank range for that? Alright. Wow, you did a lot of damage, though. Bird of Prey. What is Bird? Bonus strike damage when stationary. Fire arrows at a greater range with 100% chance to hit. I still don't kill the bear. I need to kill the bear. No. Just attack. Let's destroy your armor. Bonk. Man, Overwatch, real good ability in this game. Just throw that out there. Oh, the bear counts as a shield wall. Famed bears, what next? That is a good question. No, you're not gonna get close. Oh, I thought you were about to get close enough. Ow! You know what? Yeah. So here, bring pain. Thank you. When hit by an adjacent enemy, counterattack for 1 arm damage. I like that. Breaks an enemy's armor and punishes enemies for retaliating. Just gonna bring the pain. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the pain. You. Real hard. Because destroying armor is the way I do. Ow. You had a bad time. Break the armor. Man, they don't like you, huh? I think I actually have an item on him that makes him pull more aggro, so that's kind of entirely my fault, isn't it? 5, 3, can't hit. 4 damage to the bear would help. Let's do 4 damage over here just to get you completely out of the way. Sorry, I'm getting attacked, so I want to make sure. Oh, that's not important. Whoop. Hello, madam. I'd like to talk to you about knockouts. I'm running out of people, which is good. 10 damage. Now, 20 damage. That's gonna be the end of it, isn't it? Oh, you went for the armor. I mean, good call, but also maybe not. It seems like a waste. Bear goes next. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna go over here. I'm gonna hit the bear as hard as I can to make sure he doesn't touch damage. There you go. Oh, yeah, there he goes. And you can finish him off just willy-nilly. Did you just level up? I just leveled up. Sorry, Hag Hurler? The name is Hag Hurler. That's a thing I just learned. You do 13 damage? Alright, who are we finishing off? Bear's next, Bear's next. Bear is next to go, Bear's the next one put down. There we go. Hag Hurler that I couldn't hit. Let's just deal with that. Yep. Hello, Bear. Sorry, we have to leave you for last because somebody wants you. You'll understand in a moment. I have a 40% chance to hit. Here's hoping. Adding stars to it didn't make it more likely to hit. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, well, let's destroy his armor completely, I guess. I saved the bear for last, and we're not killing it. What do you want, man? Just gonna back the fuck up. And turn. Same with them. I don't fully understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. He's nearly dead. Ow. Like you don't have... oh, capture bear. No, capture bear. Okay. There we go. I'm sorry, didn't you say insult at the bottom? I lost a lot of people though, but morale improved, so that's good. Clansmen lost 30 plus for each of them. Ooh, promotion for that's good, and Nid, which is why I brought her. She was the lowest level. Yeah, Mogre's injured. Basically like, hey Mogre, go attract all of the aggro. Mogre gets taken down because all of the aggro's on him. Me. Surprise Pikachu face! Oh, we're just gonna go. Okay.
Baldringer's flame welcomes endless war. Huh? But why?
I have no idea. Are you asking me? That's a bad call. Even now, the petrified flames ward off our Varl friends. Do they? We have... Okay. Where are our Varl friends? All of the Varl that are traveling with us seem to be not here. This is interesting. I'm sorry, these are flames? Oh, I have to click on it. Placed upside down on the ground, the petrified roots of a giant tree reach towards the sky. Ah. All the Varl, including Ivar and Hakken, have separated from the caravan temporarily, giving Baldringer's Godstone a wide berth. The giant's presence is missed as you continue to feel watched. Aleo, what do you know about Baldringer? Not much, but enough. These flames symbolize Baldringer's love of fire and war, the first being a means to the second. When the Varl were dominating humans in the first great conflict, it was Baldringer who gave the losing side fire to combat the giants. So that's why Varl are afraid of fire. Okay. You hold up your hand to halt the storyteller, listening through the rain for anything that might be following you. Hearing nothing, Aleo resumes, holding the gaze of his audience. Humans praised Baldringer for the gift of fire, but the god only desired more war. He points toward the distant shapes of the Varl. When the giants and humans found peace, this godstone fell from grace. It looks to continue keeping the land scorched. Perhaps its shadow can still kill. Leave. Something about this uncomfortable, rainy setting doesn't sit well with you. You call for everyone to rejoin the Varl quickly. Yeah. Baldringer! Got the achievement for being here. Yeah. I don't want to separate anyone out to go patrolling only to find out that it's a trap. Grundar. Whoop. The rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gusts and have a clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivar says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measure. Oh, that's it. Okay, good talk. Glad we could have it. Is it a circus? I can't tell if that town is destroyed or not. The ground shakes again, enough to cause the Yaks to strain at their lead in panic. Out here in the plains, with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him. Great!
Grundar almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world.
Well, declined.
Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
I mean, it's easy to get in your own little world when communication's difficult between towns. In a field just outside Grundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. What? I don't believe it. Are those 2 horseborn? Right, the centaurs are here! This is where we meet the centaurs! Also, I looked it up, there are no horses in this game. It's believed that the horseborn have taken all the horses from the humans, and that's why we don't see any in the games. That's the theory that I found anyway on Reddit. And I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. There are no horses. 2 horseborn hold simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. I have to get a closer look. I mean, me too. The 2 of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer too. The male horseborn look like a mix of the Avatar blue people and a human centaur. The male horseborn stomps a hoof repeatedly. The female, tail whipping, brandishes a javelin. It's quite the flail you have there. Damn, the caravan is scaring them. Tell the archers to put down their bows. Aldous looks irritated having to leave the horseborn, but she does what you say. You slowly advance and point. My name is Alette. Your friends look hurt. The 2 horseborn. 2 standing horseborn exchange a look, the female snorting and shaking her mane. You help? Scat hack. His voice sounds strained and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Yes, help. You wave it to Ivan, who approaches slowly but confidently. The female looks agitated and speaks in a long stream of consonants. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Help, Roek, and others. I will try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn step aside, allowing Ivan to approach the wounded fighters. Okay. Oh, we're just here. With Ivan and Juno tending to the wounded Roek and other horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. See, it did look like a circus. I was right. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They called us outsiders. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvesting festival, but the merchants don't seem to mind trading. Clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the horseborn, some in awe, others in disgust. Well, the ones in disgust are going to have a chat with me then, because I'll be having none of that racist bullshit in this army when the world is ending. Just no point. But there's no point for racism in general anyway, but I have very little patience for it when there's so many other things that matter. Which is all the time. I hate racism. The blonde axeman, one of 2 twins from the small village near Skorg, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swing looks dangerous. Hogan? Is everything okay? Where's your brother Mogan? He left with the ravens, wondering if I should have done the same. Why is that? I followed your father a long way, and now you. For what? My brother's gone. My wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing me. I see it in their eyes, in my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them, but they think I'm a monster. What's the point? How is this my fault? No, that's not what we're gonna do. What do you want to do? I'm torn. I think it's good for me to be out here fighting. Makes me feel alive, like I'm doing something, but I know why my wife worries. My father was consumed with raiding. Felt useless when he wasn't fighting. He died soon after she was born. Depths. You make these big decisions every day. Just make this one for me, will you? Keep chopping the log. The answer will come to you. Bah! If I'm going to swing this thing, I might as well do something than trying to hurt my family. The X-Men looks somewhat relieved, if not a bit guilty. A few more fights, then. You know, I had my doubts about following you back at Borgskard, but you're alright, Alette. I'm glad Hogan didn't leave. Sad Mogan did, though. You know, that's what happens. I have all three. Taluli. What do you do? Duty-bound trader. Okay, dedicated to his herd. Scathatch is more trusting of strangers than the majority of his kind. Good, that's helpful. When most humans think of Horseborn as a myth, Scathatch is interacted with the cragsmen of the South Bogs more often enough to temper his fear. Alright. What can you do? Trample. Passive is hit and run. Takes his normal movement, then can attack or take another action. Once the action is complete, he can move again up to 3 spaces. Oh. The Horseborn charges forward and tramples an enemy that attacks from behind. The enemy suffers strength damage during the charge and is suddenly struck. For 1 strength per tile, the Horseborn moved before the trample and is left concussed, suffering 20% for your next attack. Huh. Roek has Mule Kick, which has a knockback on it. Neat. And also hit and run. Alright. Also, same pose, because he's a Tiula, I guess. A fearless fighter, Roek was almost never backs down from a confrontation. At 10 years of age, his pride culture and short average lifespan drive him toward boldness. Oh, and his pride culture and a short. Okay. It is the only way he'll become the leader of his herd before he is too old. His mate, Durdrio, unfailingly supports and encourages him. Well, that's good. His mate, a Canthrief. Seems to be a range fighter of some sort with the javelins. You have free roam while moving. Each willpower the Horseborn spends allows her to travel 2 tiles instead of 1. Okay. -1 strength per round. Yeah, you just poison him. Does not stack, but a second dose will serve to refresh the damage over time and keep the... Okay. So you can't stack it up, but you can make it continue. Durdrio is more cautious and ready to attack than most, usually concerned with betrayal from anyone but her mate, Roek. Her family was ambushed and murdered by a previously friendly tribe, leaving her with lifelong mistrust. That is fair. It's kind of hard to trust people when you have shit like that happen to you. We're going to rest for a day because people are hurt. It's just... Oh, 2 more days? Yeah, that's not happening. What's with the rearrangement? Oh, I also want to level up Nid. Great. Her abilities have been improved now? Ooh, Bird of Praise at rank 3. Nice. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Up your damage there. Who else needs leveled up? Oh, you do. You prove useful. We keep you around. Exploit. Do I want you to be Armor Destroyer? Let's do that for now. Alright. I'll leave my team alone. I'll worry about that when I'm about to go into battle. Alright, let's chat with you. Thank. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Scat's thanking you for helping his friend Roek. Idra is the other one, but she's not in a talking with Varl and humans mood. You're welcome. I'd like you to meet Hacken. Scat's tail swats his flank and he bows his head towards Hacken. Varl. Man's... same herd? No, but we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen Horseborn in centuries. Last they knew, humans and Varl were at each other's throats. What brings you so far north? Scathatch looks confused by the question, so Uban shows him the map pointing to Delond and Grundar. Food. Our planes. Break. Yeah, everything's falling apart. Snorts. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses? Scrivener. His ancestors did, yes, but blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years before they were alive. You may as well accuse these humans around us for starting the Great Wars. What happened to Roek? Roek, brave fighter, protect food, hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? Scathatch says many things in his other language. Triganthier. His eyes go wide and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Grundar? Scathatch looks at Hacken. Where Hacken is pointing, he shakes his head and points west again. The Varl eyes Scathatch suspiciously. Okay. How do you know our language? Scathatch just stares at you. You talk like us. Where did you learn? Heard. Little trade with mans in mud. I think he means our bog friends, the Cragsmen. Have you found the food you were seeking? Enough for time, my guess. 2 others take to herd in south. His hooves scuff the ground during certain words. Just these 2. What about you and the couple? Scathatch, Roek, Deidre, stay. This herd help. We help this herd. Thank you. Scathatch nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body. It's basically a bow. Man, Varl, horseborn. Same herd. Funny. Ubin chuckles and you smile while Hacken shakes his head and walks away. I'm with them. That is pretty good. I like the idea of a nice, diverse tribe. Or herd, I guess, in this case. Market. I have 3 renown. 1 renown gets me 3 supplies. Plus 2 arm. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I need level 9 for the Tool of Skildings. A poorly designed jeweler's hammer made for brilliant, unexpected addition to a fighter's arsenal. Alright. Plus 2 break talents. Crit extend range distance. That is some interesting buffs. Protects from death. Alright. But I don't have the points, so we're just gonna do that. Get 9 and more supplies. Not even a day's worth. Alright. Training? As far as I know, there's only 1 more training. So I looked through the achievements, and there was one that was like finish all of his training and finish all the Raven guy's training. And I think it said it was like 3 out of 4 for his training. And, oh god. Ugh. 1 out of 4 for the Raven's training. My eye didn't want to open. It was very odd. What can you show me? Plenty. Trying to keep up. Okay, so it's still not time for me to do the last one. Maybe another time. I feel like there's going to be a jump over the Ravens and then back before I'm allowed to do it again. Which is fine. Uh-oh. Now that Roek had a chance to heal, 2 of the horseborn are heading south to deliver some supplies to their people. That's what... yeah, I remember. What crazy ideas in your head, Scrivener. With the world falling apart around us, there may not be another chance to trek down south. The world is breaking. Yeah. I don't expect a human to understand, but a Varl as old as me has more important goals than just staying alive. Yeah, right, fair enough. What about that competition you Varl have for who lives the longest? I've always understood the rules to mean you're actually doing something, not holding up somewhere safe. Yeah, if you're just avoiding all interaction with other people, you're not living to that age, you're just surviving to that age. Besides, my guess is Snorri didn't make it out of Grofheim when the Sunder attacked. I might already be the winner. Well, I'll miss your stories, Ubin. With any luck, I'll have more of them when we meet again, little one. I always thought Ubin was basically my character, like representation of me in-game. Especially at the very start, because he was the tutorial, so I thought he was like the overarching leader, even though we'd follow other people. Even then I kind of took over Alette. Then be safe, Ubin, and join us again if you can. You know where we're going. Don't worry about me. Just make sure you're alive to see this thing through to Arborang. Farewell. Scrivener says a few more goodbyes before departing with the horseborn. Aye. Ironically, for gameplay-wise, I've lost nothing, but storyline-wise, it does feel like a loss. The governor catches up to you and asks for a moment at a time, his bodyguard beside him silent. There's an achievement for keeping him on your side. I have no idea if I've successfully pulled it off at this point. It's not getting any easier, is it? It probably won't get easier until we get to Arborang. Quit fooling yourself, girl. The capital's going to be a different battlefield, but a battlefield nonetheless. Quit calling me girl. Then quit talking like one. Prepare for hard fights to be lied to. Prepare for the worst in others. You look at Ruga's guard, a dagger. Is he always this cheerful? The man says nothing, only occasionally blinking to break his stare. Listen, I didn't come over to insult you. Oh, didn't you? Great. Then why does it feel like that's exactly what you're doing? The governor's about to react, but calms himself. Get us across this wasteland and try not picking up any more strays, will you? He sneers in the direction of the horseborn before leaving you. Yeah, Ruga's not going to be on my side. I'm not getting that achievement, and from the sounds of it, I don't want it. I don't want to be that cold. That soulless. Oop. A few of the weavers have been smiling more than usual lately, and now you know why. Aleo leads children out from behind a cart in new costumes. Some have horns on headbands, while one redhead girl wears a green crown like yours. A green cloak like yours. A boy wearing a red cloak is carrying an axe. The entire caravan gathers around to watch the performance. The young actors stand behind a short wall and discuss an approaching dredge army. As a black cloth rolls across the ground in front of the actors, a young man in red armor stands up and shouts, Bellower. This is a reenactment of the Battle of Borzagard. Continue watching. A dark-haired girl holding a spear says, We'll get no help from the governor. We're on our own. A few people in the crowd laugh, while Ruga stares at the skald. The young Rook, Alette, and Varl run towards the fierce Bellower, attacking and being repelled. Finally, the girl dressed as Juno hands Rook a silver arrow. Rook hugs Alette and shoots the arrow. Bellower roars. Stand and watch the ending. Bellower grabs Rook by the throat and growls. You sense heads in the crowd turning towards you when Aleo and a weaver suddenly snap the caravan's banner in front of the scene like a curtain. As the banner lowers, the young version of you cradles the boy dressed as your father. The other actors stand in a semicircle around you and begin singing a familiar tune. The crowd joins in and an impromptu line forms with everyone walking by to lay a hand on your shoulder. Well, thanks for the pity, I guess, but it won't feed us. Game trail, one of the few gathered hunters says, looking at the beaten path of grass. No telling what we might find down it, but it'll fill some stomachs. Make a wager for who brings back the biggest kill. That'll motivate. Everyone in the group starts smiling and tossing coins in a purse before heading down the trail. When it branches, 2 hunters sprint left and 3 think the center trail looks promising. Consider what to do. So there's 2 on the left, 3 in the middle, and no one on the right. Search the ground for any clues. The other hunters took paths with cloven hoof tracks. There's a chance you could kill the largest hog among them. To the right are rabbit tracks, and possibly something much bigger. But it's hard to tell. I'll take a chance on that. It's either going to be rabbit or nothing. Rabbit or something big. You choose to hunt alone and move down the path quietly. Sure, that doesn't sound like a rabbit. Sure enough, a couple of hares bolt for cover before you can sight them, but it's not you they're afraid of. The scent hits you as a bear crashes through the bushes nearby. You instinctively aim and fire, scoring a shot no one will ever believe. You shot 537 pounds of meat. However, you'll need able to carry 100 pounds back to the caravan. 1 hunter was wounded, but it will heal. The 2 others brought back a large boar, but you're clearly the victor. You give everyone back their coin, and drinks are shared while the injured man's leg is mended. Later, the entire caravan enjoys the stories of the hunt while feasting. Perfect. That was the point. Gotta get that morale up. Even if I had lost the bet, I still would have been fine. Clansman Forge was 5. Yes. We were down to 10. Now you have 15 days worth of food. We're also almost done this episode. I think I'll read this and go to the next one, and that's where I'll end. Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. That's the second feigned shoe this bloody beast has thrown in a day. The Yox tender curses. It'll take some time to siege the Yox, so you call for camp. Never mind, we're going to end here because we're in camp. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in the drink, Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. I am impressed so far, Olette. You've managed to keep your composure through tough situations. And now for the exact same voice, thank you. Not to pain you with further comparison, but you remind me of your father at the Godstone of Stravis. Determined. What actually happened there? Your father faced down his fears, walked through thousands of dredge to obtain the only weapon that can bring down Bellower. That's incredible and frightening. I don't know if I could do something like that. I don't know either. Even knowing that they won't react to me, I just... Walking through a field of slightly sedated bears. That's what it would be. It's like, oh yeah, these grizzly bears, they're sleeping. They're not going to attack you. 100% guaranteed as long as you don't fuck with them. God. What in their minds constitutes fucking with them? Is it being in their presence? That's incredible. Oh, we did that one, right? The Volca gives you a maternal smile. Neither did he. Juno patiently awaits your reply. Told me his death meant something. Shit. Fair. I can't do that. Rook's death was unfortunate, but his life was very important. The people he brought here from Skogar, including you and all the others along the way, are being forged into what the future will require. The previous era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Arborang may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist. Yeah, I know that feeling. Because of the dredge? Partially, but mostly because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. Yeah, the world's ending. You keep talking about darkness, but no one's ever seen it. That's not true. You've seen the signs of its coming. Dredge in numbers, the lands breaking apart. It is a force unlike any other. I wish I could say more, but even the Mender Council is ignorant to this. Well, that explains the prick that Raven's dealing with. Why me? Couldn't others have led? The straight answer is yes, others could do it. But the clansmen chose to follow you under that banner. If you didn't appear worthy, you would be replaced. Well, it doesn't sound like I have much say in the matter, yeah. Quite the contrary. Your every decision is your say in the matter. Alright. I have this argument with my wife every now and then. When you're given a choice, and your choices are basically, you can go about your day or kick a baby in the face. Like, yeah, I guess I have that choice. But it's not really a choice. No one's going to pass out the chance to kick a baby. I'm kidding. No one's going to kick the baby in the face. So it's not really a choice, because that option is not something I'm ever going to take, period. I don't have the choice to kick a baby, but it's still technically you have the choice because it's there. You have the capacity to kick. You always have the option, and I just disagree. I don't consider that actually having the choice. Having the choice to do something you're never going to do isn't really having the choice to do it. If that makes sense. But my wife disagrees with me. To put in the comments which one of us you agree with. I'm actually intrigued by this. I don't know where other people will lie on that one. But I don't consider it a choice. And in this case, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, it's not me choosing to stay in charge. It's just I'm there, I might as well just keep doing it kind of thing. You keep all these people alive as best you can, as if they were all from your own clan. That is rare and needed. It's called compassion, and it is rare and needed. I don't understand how you got in all of this. At times I think this is all my fault. At others, I'm not sure I could have stopped it. She's just... What? How I became involved is confusing at best, but you and I share something in common. We're both learning what we have to do as we go. Fair. But only the future will tell if my role is villain or hero. I really hope it's not villain, because you've been with me for a while, and that's going to be an issue. Thank you. I should get back to the others. Before you go, there's one thing I must address with you. The serpent. The chasm at Ormsdollar and the tremors in the ground concern me a great deal. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. I'm sorry. Did you... I mean, we've been traveling with us for a while. At any point did it seem like I was stupid enough to be like, yep, time to take on the world, serpent. This thing's big enough that I will get stuck in its teeth like fucking popcorn kernels. That's how tiny I am in comparison to it. No, I'm not going to do anything to that. Running is really my best bet. Or throw some seasoning on myself. Maybe he's allergic. Her words chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. Yeah. Alright. So we've gone over a bit because that conversation was longer than I anticipated. But that is the end of this episode of Banner Saga 2. I keep expecting there to be... My brain just like, yeah, Banner Saga 2. It's just 2. It's just the sequel. The next episode we're just going to go. I don't know what's coming. I have no idea. But I'm excited. We got 3 new people. Ooh. I was about to be like, maybe they're the ones we do for the next training. But we already had them when I tried last time. So I'm going to not bother trying training until we go back to the Ravens. But that's for later. Possibly next episode. I have no idea. But we'll find out together. You guys have yourselves a wonderful night.